And welcome back. It's time once again for our Ozarks Live Book Club. And Vickie Hicks is here from the Springfield Greene County Library. Vickie, always good to see you. How are you?
I am well, and you?
I'm good, I'm good. Okay, so you brought me a couple books, and there's a couple other things we're going to talk about. So lots to get to.
Absolutely.
The first book is called The Warmth of Other Suns. Tell me about this.
Okay, so this is nonfiction. This is true story. This is an epic book. It's a big one. But I will tell you, it is amazing. What happened was that from 1910 to 1970, 6 million Black Americans migrated from the South to the North or to California. She interviewed 1,000 of those families.
No way.
And she picked 3 individuals to follow, and you hear their whole life story.
Yeah.
So being raised as sharecroppers, poor, and so we hear about Ida, who goes to Chicago and fights discrimination right and left, but is able to finally make a better path for her children. We hear about Robert, who becomes a physician in California, who actually then treats a lot of the Black stars of the time. So like Ray Charles and that sort of thing. And then lastly, we hear about, okay, his name is escaping me,
but
the last gentleman who ended up becoming a porter on trains from New York to the South.
Wow.
He would have to change his clothes mid-route and have to treat mannerisms differently as they entered the South as a Black man. And then change his clothes again on the train as they went back north. So.
I love how this follows 3 completely different paths with 3 individuals. And I feel like this is, just based off what you're saying, this is a book that really anybody could take something away from. Would you say that's true?
Absolutely. And what I learned the most was that she wove in the history of the time period. So in the 50s, what was segregation like? In the 60s, what was their life like? And it's fascinating. It's a wonderful read. It's a good cozy up. Follow their lives. I loved it.
That sounds like a good way to pass the time when traveling this holiday season.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the next book you brought me is called The Kitchen House. What's this one about?
Okay, so this one pulled me in because it said if you liked The Help, you would like this book.
Okay.
But it's totally different.
Okay.
So what happens is a young lady is orphaned as she's Irish little girl was orphaned on her trip to America. She's sold into slavery once she arrives, and she's sent to a Virginia plantation. So we've got a white child that is now living with Blacks and cooking for the family. Eventually, the family wants her to move to the house and become a house servant, but she's white and the other servants are Black. Their lives become intermingled. It's fascinating, but this is fiction. But I highly recommend it because it was a very interesting look into a white person as they live in a Black culture.
This is 2 very, very strong reads today, I would say.
Yes.
Now, also, I want to give you a moment because you've got an upcoming event that you guys are pretty excited about over the library. So tell me what's going on with that.
So Jan Brett is a famous children's author and illustrator. She's written 40 books.
40, wow.
And sold 44 million books.
Oh, that's casual.
Oh, nothing. Yeah. Nothing big. But she takes her Wonderland bus, RV, and she travels to 23 cities in the fall. She's coming to Springfield, so we're one of 23. This is amazing. And she's going to illustrate for us and talk. We expect over 1,000 people to show up at the Library Center on December 9th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
She's amazing, and people will want to get their books signed, and she'll talk about her research. She's going to feature in on Cozy, which is a musk ox, and how she traveled to the north to learn about him. So we recommend people come early. We're going to move the stacks, so it's going to be inside the Library Center, but we're very excited and very honored that she chose to come to Springfield.
And that's December 9th.
December 9th.
Sounds like a great event. Vickie, people want more information with everything that's happening at the library. How can they get that?
Thelibrary.org is the perfect place to go.
I love that website. All right, Vickie, thank you so much. Thank you for your recommendations. Always exciting at what's going on with the library.
Well, we always love to come on your show, so thank you.
Perfect, thank you. All right, well, coming up, our foraging friend